without further ado, shall we go through the new collection for Bell & Ross for 2019? Thank you so much for being here with us. So we've got several universes to discuss. So Bell & Ross now is the master of several universes, but the first one is always related to air because the initial inspiration for the BR-01 was a cockpit clock, correct?
Absolutely. The aviation is the key element, and we have developed. There was the plane, there was the mythical jacket, the iconic, which is the MI1, with the Dylan, during the 50s. It was very innovative, and we made the MI1 with the same color of the ceramic khaki and with the dial, with the special dial, which is a sandwich, and with the Superluminova orange.
Cool. So Carlos and Bruno were looking at the icons of aviation. One of them was the MA1 flight jacket, right? Which was, at the time made of this extremely modern material called nylon. But it was, in the context of the time, was a real revolution. It was khaki and orange, so it was reversible in case you were shot down. You could flip the jacket over and you could show the orange side. So what they've done now is they've created a watch in olive ceramic with an olive and orange strap, and the strap is reversible. You've seen the strap, but seen it, right? So you got a cool jacket on today. You want to show the people what you wore?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And then next in the world of aviation, Carlos, what else? This is really interesting.
There was also the bicompass, which is it's directly inspired by the instrument,
right?
And we made it with those color, which is directly inspired by the radio compass, and you find the right mix with the sub-dial, the indicator of the hour, which is interesting. And also, this is a limited edition.
Very cool. Inspired by the compass that you would find in the cockpit. The colors are actually really cool, and I love the whole. It's like I like the fact that you've done kind of a vintage effect on it, but haven't gone too far.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
And the third one is the stealth, but based on the X1, so much more technical. We have been developing the Phantom, the stealth concept many years ago with the O3, and we wanted to make it with the X1, which is a manufactured movement,
right,
and with a sophisticated case, with the ceramic, with the integrated pushers, and
very cool watch. So complex in terms of the way the case is constructed. It's really cool also because the initial BR-01, which was sort of a circle inside of a square, it's interesting to see how it can be extrapolated into different concepts. And here you have kind of the most aggressive extrapolation of that with this additional sort of like.
This is the most technical of this line, which is the square, the iconic one.
It's got almost like an exoskeleton to it. Yeah, very cool, and all stealthed out. So very black, good for your ninja-like missions into the subterranean world of like nightclubs, for example, where Sumit likes as well, right, Sumit?
Absolutely.
And the one that you have inspires, which is the belly tanker.
I love that watch.
But this year we wanted to make a tribute to you.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
This is the tribute to your inspiration.
Okay, so this watch is sick, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, this is one of my favorite watches of the fair, if not my favorite watch of the fair. It is the bronze belly tanker chrono using stabilized bronze, but in a really cool black gloss style, which I like to think of kind of a quote-unquote John Player special kind of version. Right?
You found the perfect nickname of this watch.
GPS. And what is the price of the watch such as this?
This is in euros 4,900.
4,900.
It's just below 5.
It's too cheap. It's too big. Very increasing.
I agree.
No, it's cool. It's great because you put this on your wrist, and it's got this kind of just staggering presence on there. It kind of looks like a vintage gold watch, which I think was a concept behind our watch as well, called El Mirage. But then it's got this great gloss style. You can't tell initially if it's a vintage watch, if it's a contemporary watch. So you have all the benefit of a modern watch. I love that. Printing on the back. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you have the drawing of the belly tanker that has designed Bruno.
Yeah, but I think what I'm going to do is give this to Sumit later, and maybe have him really do a close-up on this because it's a really cool watch, and you guys want to check this out. All right. Thank you. And so we have a few more belly tankers here.
Yeah, and we have also the diving one, which is here are the extensions of the diver.
Right.
So the professional one, the black with the black ceramic, and the bronze, which is non-stabilized. So this will develop a nice patina with the green dial.
So what's really cool also is you can see that the BR-01 sort of iconography fits really well into a diving watch as well. Because you've got such a clean separation between the case, which is square, and the bezel, which is round, you actually have a very easy way to manipulate the bezel. The access is perfect on it. It's very tactile, and the bezel is really fun to operate. This one's is made in full black ceramic. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I really like this version, which is, as Carlos was saying, is non-stabilized bronze, which means when you go to the beach, you start to develop all kinds of crazy patina. I don't know if you guys ever remember seeing that picture of Laurent Picciotto's bronzo that he had when he went to saltwater. It was just like completely had like a barnacle growing off of it, you know. But really cool, and I love the olive green as well. Very cool color. Very on trend with, and also matching perfectly with what Summit's wearing. I think what we're gonna do later, guys, is we're gonna flip the camera around and show you what Summit's wearing today. Cause it's cool. It's kind of, he's got like a military fatigue kind of tailored blazer going on. It looks like it's made of like kind of military, like drill cotton, kind of. Yes, is that correct, Summit-ish? Did you have it made or did you buy it?
Ralph Lauren makes it amazing.
Ralph Lauren, fantastic. Ralph Lauren made my ties.
It's yeah. Wait, you want to tell us about your tie?
Well, actually, yeah, this is was a collection that was made for the Rake. So to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Rake and the 50th anniversary of Ralph Lauren last year, we did. I spoke to Mr. Lauren and said, everyone knows the story about how you created your brand with a series of neckties. Would it be possible to recreate those original neckties for us? And also in a kind of mini version of that suitcase that you would bring them around to stores like Saks or Bloomingdale's to show people in. And he incredibly said yes. So we made a limited series of that. I think we've got a couple left of that. I'm going to send one to my dear friend Carlos because he's a sartorial guy as well. And I think I couldn't think of a better person. And also he and Mr. Lauren are both on the Legend d'Honneur as well.
Those are beautiful stories because behind that, it's not only the beauty of the product, it's about remembering your old friends, remembering how they began, remembering the whole trajectory and the adventure of Mr. Ralph Lauren, which is incredible.
It's incredible.
And keeping in mind that when he started with a passion, he started with an idea.
Yes.
And you make a refresh of that.
Well, I think the cool thing about it, which is very similar to what you do as well, is that he was creating things that didn't exist but that he wanted to wear, right? I'm sorry, it's just distracted by Bruce's shoes. He shows his shoes. It's this guy, Bruce's pimp shoes. But any event, I don't know. Several crocodiles killed themselves for that. But yes, he had a singularity in terms of what he wanted to wear. I remember when he was designing the costumes for Great Gatsby as well. It was basically the type of clothing that he would wear, for Robert Redford. And when you guys created these watches as well, you created them because they're the type of watches.
The ones that we wanted to wear, the ones that we couldn't find, or we could find in flea markets.
Yes, exactly. And so talk to us also about the racing type watches as well.
Yeah, this is the collaboration with Formula One, and this year what we wanted is to make something about chronometry. So we wanted to have the bezel, which is key to measure the timing, and we develop it on 4 chronos according to different mechanism. But this is a nice extension because initially when we started this partnership in Formula One, it was just the colors, after it was the dashboard, after it was the body of the machine, and this year it's about the chronometry.
That's very cool. Let's talk also about, maybe lastly, so last year when you guys launched a watch in collaboration with Bathing Ape, you broke the internet. I mean, people just absolutely lost their minds with this watch. How long did it take to sell
this
them?
Was in one day, everything was sold, and
they were selling it on the aftermarket for like 3 times the price.
Just after, because it was so limited compared to the demand.
Yeah, and now you've come with your own execution of kind of a cool camouflage style dial.
Yeah, this is on the DRS. It's a nice mix between accessory and military inspiration, and it makes a cool watch for small wrist or for women.
This is quite cool.
Yeah. This is the Diamond Eagle on the black and the Phantom concept also.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Carlos. Always a pleasure to see you. If we can just hint towards something, maybe towards. So you've done these various different universes. You've got sea, you've got land, extrapolated through racing.
Aviation.
You've got aviation. You've got.
We'll open new doors.
Right.
At the end of the year, and we'll make sure that you will like it.
Yes.
And that people who are urban, who are in the cities, they will love this watch.
It's very cool. I've happened to see it already. It's something quite extraordinary. It's actually very interesting.
We'll have some surprise.
Yeah, it's also very interesting too because it kind of reminds me of a specific era of watches that I really love. But sort of if Bruno and Carlos were to do their version of that watch from that era, I think
exactly.
Okay, well that's it. That's all you get. Thank you very much for joining us.